Hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Ground Fog was up in here first. Marco, Chaos Theory. How are you guys doing? Another Friday evening. Give the chat a couple minutes to fill up. I guess there's says there's 3 people waiting. So yeah, how was everybody's week? Guess we'll yeah, it always takes a few minutes to get going. I wonder maybe I should start them at 7:45. Start a few minutes earlier, see how it goes. Kapow, kapow. Who knows? Maybe we'll switch to Saturday nights. Try those out for a few weeks. But no, I think that well, it's geez, going on 6 months now. 6 months been doing the Friday nights and Sunday mornings. Leon, how's it going, man? Oh, you're at ECST. That's awesome, man. How are things going there? Maybe next year I'll make it. That'll be maybe I can plan it out. Chaos, how you doing, my man? How was your week? Yeah, I was sleeping when you texted me last night, my man. Um, Yeah, I'll give you a call after the live. You're usually I think we're on opposite schedules. I think you're still doing nights, I'm doing days, but all is good, all is good. Still waiting on my package from Full Tang Tactical. I'm excited about that. That'll be hopefully coming in pretty soon. Only took 119 days. Did you get a custom deal or something or what? Yeah, I can't remember which one you got. Kapow, kapow. Yeah, I think yeah, Friday nights are busy all the way around. Everybody's doing the live thing. It is what it is. Yeah, I think we got a bit of a lag. It was raining earlier today, so that always causes the man. They must have some faulty wiring or something. When it gets wet, it yeah, the interweb's not so good. But yeah, we are getting there. Yeah, so yeah, I almost forgot ECST East Coast Slingshot. Yeah, blah blah blah. East Coast Slingshot tournament is this weekend, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure those guys are having a good time. I wouldn't mind making it there, see how it goes, but Springfield operator, nice. Yeah, I must have set you back a pretty penny. Yeah, I think everything's going up in prices. Man, even my beloved silky saws. I was checking out a couple of models this week, and yeah, in the past few months, those have gone up to what, like, yeah, from 9,500 bucks up to 125, $130. So another, I think it's greedflation. I'm not sure what the tariffs are or anything going on with Japan. But yeah, for some reason, silky saws went up 25, 30% in the past, I don't know, 3, 4 months since I've noticed. But yeah, very cool, very cool. I think, yeah, yeah, I think there must be a lot of lives going on tonight. Yeah, I know there's a couple, I think there's a couple giveaways going on and all that stuff. So gotta compete with all of that, I guess. But such is life on YouTube. Or I don't know, maybe I'm still saying stuff they don't like, so I'm paying for that. But yeah, the it is what it is. So yeah, chaos. Anything going on this week, or not sure who else is in here? If Ground Fog's still in here or not, but yeah, yeah, they do tend to start off slow. Yeah, I should put maybe post it earlier or something, or do some more community posts, do some friendly reminders. But it is what it is. Yeah, I got to get up the motivation to do some more long overnighters or something. I do want to get going on the long format, but I just can't find any place where I can legally do outdoor videos. I might just start doing it randomly on a hiking trail or something. See how that goes. Oh, you got the reminder. So yeah, I think I set it up around 6. So I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing it in the morning so it kind of gets out there all day, and people can do the little notification thing or something. But yeah, I did want to start putting together that rig. I was really hoping it was going to come in. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How you doing? Yeah, I was really counting on that chest rig showing up. That was going to be my project for tonight. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It looks like we're just going to wing it. We'll just do a random social. Those tend to work out pretty well for us. In fact, yeah, yeah. Nick Martino did a little message there. Hashtag wing it on Friday or something. But yeah, Daniel Barry, how's your week, man? Anybody getting outdoors much? Or yeah, we had mostly rain again here in New Hampshire. Um, yeah, we had like half a day today it didn't rain, and yesterday it didn't rain. But other than that, we're still dealing with the rain. Opinions on zebra light? Don't really have one. I've never done anything with zebra light, so yeah, I don't really have a first hand opinion on it at all. Sorry about that, my man. Yeah, I tend to just stick to what I use. I don't get into a whole heck of a lot of 20 brands of knives and 20 brands of flashlights and 20 brands of this or that. I just kind of more like a one brand wonder. Yeah, Damien. Yeah, this is I'm not Santa Claus. This is Bushcraft Rebooted, not Santa's Village. Yeah, I can't go out sending everybody knives. But it's amazing how many people ask. Yeah, I don't know. I guess yeah, that's kind of something still going on the internet. The Yeah, I guess I don't know why so much of that comes up in my feed, but I see a lot of the digital panhandling and e-begging, and one of the most entertaining things for me has been people that are getting one over on the system. They've been collecting money for years or whatever. Whether it's their EBT cards, which man, it just put them back to food stamps, put a little shame in the game. But yeah, people make too much money or something. Yeah, especially they make money on TikTok or YouTube or something like that, and then they lose their government benefits because they made too much money. It's like, well, it was supposed to like subsidize you and help you out, not support you for the rest of your life. So I found a little entertainment in that this week. Sigma boy, what's happening? Leon, you're back. Squatch, how you doing, brother, man? How's ECST this week? Or yeah, you just did you get there today or did you go yesterday? But yeah, I've seen a lot of that. It's kind of entertaining. Um, yeah, a little bit of justice served with the entitlement there. So I don't know why I just find a lot of entertainment in that. Yeah, man, it's those goofy kids that dress up like little animals and diddly bop around like it's normal or something. And they don't do it for Halloween. They just yeah, that furry thing's just weird. That right there is a whole new 47 flavors of crazy. I'm not I don't play into that. Swamp rainstorm most day. We're in the rental house chilling. We got here. Oh, nice, Leon. So at least, yeah, the weather's not great, but at least you're getting in some relaxed time. That's awesome, man. How old might you be there, Sigma boy? Yeah, Leon, who you crashing up with? Yeah. Yeah, you get all kinds of stuff to come through the live chats. Never ceases to amaze me, baffles me. I'll never understand it, but I'll always be entertained by it. Yeah, well, I'm not in Iran, man. Thank God for that. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not in Iran, so and yeah, if Iran illegal to use what a folding knife, a Leatherman. I don't really have anything out here. Slingshot. Oh, nice, nice. So yeah, you're in good company there, Leon. That's a good thing. Yeah. Describe my yeah. It's my basic outdoor adventure kit. I don't buy into the all the bug out bags and the survival and all the survivalists. So, yeah, just gear used for adventure. No, no. How would I react to a song if I can't hear it? Justin Ronan, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. It's proven to be another exciting night. We got Sigma Boy here, who's a furry. I never thought that's like yeah, we got our first Don Lee showing his lack of intelligence, lack of experience, and basically knowing nothing about anything, but claiming that he knows something. Yeah, there's nothing fake here, there, Don Lee. Maybe you as a person, maybe your account, maybe something like that. But it's okay, man. Talk to a friend, get some help. Oh, you went to a live stream. That was okay. Clarify that then. If I might not have got it, Justin. If I didn't respond, I might not have gotten it. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, once again, Dan Lee showing his lack of intelligence here, not knowing what the hell he's talking about. Like, oh, that's fake. Yeah, what channel are you from? Who sent you? Who sent you? We'll find out. Yeah, that is a simple shot Scout LT2. I love this thing. In fact, I'm definitely at some point going to get the pro version. The only difference being is the pro version is the full metal one. But yeah, that's definitely become part of my kit. Your ex is a furry. Is that why she's your ex? Yeah, someday I'll get good at the slingshot. Yeah, I still gotta get a few things so I can shoot more locally. I gotta make quite the trip out to the woods to get the slingshot time in. And with the weather around here, man, is I don't know about you guys, but the weather's just been horrible. Absolutely, so much for global warming. I'm on it. That point, this yeah, we busted that myth just in the past month. Oh, your knife of the tracker, your version of the tracker. Yeah, I did see that. No, I don't hunt anymore. The only way I would hunt is if I had private property because, yeah, too many people hunting out there that just don't have a clue, and it's got more dangerous, yeah, more dangerous than it's worth if you're hunting public land. If you can still find any, it's all kind of been chewed up. Yeah, I guess if you're asking that question, you kind of already know. What is the exotac? Yeah, that's those are the Leatherman Raptor shears. And yeah, they fold up. I'm just getting caught up on the comments. Adventure 50, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. How's your Friday evening going? Yeah, Justin. I remember opening that now, and I got to find out how to get pictures. To do the picture in picture during the lives and stuff. I think I need like some special software or something. I think I went down that roller coaster. Down syndrome, Jesus, how you doing, man? Did you come up with that screen name on your own, or did you have help? Yeah, a lot of strange ones tonight. So yeah, so what's everybody carrying today? What's your EDC? Mine's a typical Spyderco carbon fiber, Sage 5. Down syndrome's carrying the Benchmade Adamas. Yeah, I used to get into the Benchmades, man, but they just went crazy inflation, greedflation, and I just started looking the other way. Yeah, no brass knuckles. This isn't your they're just all sorts tonight. Yeah, like I said, man, even silky saws are going that route. I'm a huge fan of silky saws. I've been using silky saws for over 15 years, and honestly, like 5 years ago, I used to get the silky Zubot for like 60, 65 bucks, and now they're up well over 100. The new silky ultimate is that's up to $120. The Nada, the silky Nada 240. That used to be around 100 bucks. Now they're up over 100, 130, 132 or something. Adventure 50 is carrying the new Rosecraft F3 Fixie and Spyderco Tenacious. I dropped a video on the Rosecraft about 2 hours ago. Nice, man. I'll have to get over there and check it out. Yeah, I've not been getting notifications for anything on YouTube. Like I gotta find channels now. Like yeah, it's weird. I very rarely get notifications, and yeah, what they've been putting in my feed has just been a little off. I don't know, but yeah, I think I did research on all that digital panhandling and e-begging and stuff like that. Things going on with the economy. Like I mean, basically, if you have no debt, like you have no like credit cards, that kind of unsecured debt, whatever, and you have $10 in your pocket, you're doing better than like 43% of Americans. No, I'm not Canadian, man. Oh, Justin's been looking at the Rosecraft F1. Yeah, I've been off of the knives a little bit lately, and trying to get into more like a well-rounded kit. Um, yeah, trying to put together like a year-round kind of go out and adventure. Carry all that kit kind of kit. Oh, nice Adventure 50. Yeah, I did. I had a little bit of steak and chicken tonight with some fries. I was pretty happy, pretty content with that. Could have been good as a surf and turf. I should have done like steak and shrimp or something. But yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I've been trying to work on the kit, but yeah, everything's getting more expensive. I'm like, geez, I don't want to go budget yeah either. Like I kind of been down that road before. So I'm still trying to stick with the quality over quantity, but yeah, prices are not helping out. But I don't know. Did like Japan get tariffs too or something? I'm confused with the silky prices because for them to go up 25, 30% so quick, that just, or is that just another part of greedflation? Like, I guess even good old Wally World's been doing that. Like the tariffs are on freeze, but Walmart's been jacking their prices up through the roof. Not that I really care. I don't really buy anything from Walmart. I just I guess regurgitating what I've read or heard. Oh yeah, Adventure 50. I'm the same way. I try to support like small business, mom and pop shops. I've been doing that for years and years now. And yeah, I would much rather have it go to somebody who's trying to make a living than some corporate guy. I mean, like, geez, like what is it since 1961 when you adjust for inflations, Americans have gotten like a 0.024% pay rate or 0.24% pay raise, like a quarter of a percent pay raise when adjusted for inflation since 1961. Yeah, yeah, it's, chaos. Yeah, we all got a thing for good looking tacos. Yeah, yeah. Brazil's very expensive. I had some friends from Brazil. I worked with them in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, and yeah, things are a lot more. Things are expensive in Brazil, but yeah. Fortunately, I guess I don't live in Brazil. But yeah, I try to support all the small makers and stuff like that. Anybody that's on YouTube that's trying to, like Aries EDC. Yeah, he's making pocket fixies, and anybody that's doing anything on YouTube, whether they're doing leather work or kydex work or anything like that, I try to support the small business guy. I mean, they're the people that got hosed in the last 5 years. And not just myself, but I know plenty of other people that were, self-employed, a small business, and the Chinese aids put them out of business. So we definitely need to work on rebuilding a lot of small business in the U.S. and steer clear of the big corporate greed people that are, part of the problem, not part of the solution. The tariffs are on selective freeze. Tariffs are definitely affecting prices. It's hitting my industry hard. Adventure 50. What do you do that it's hitting hard? Yeah, it's gotten frustrating for me. I'm trying to put together a kit and what was going to cost, hypothetically, $2,000 a year ago is now going to cost 2,600. There, the American dollar has no value anymore. Um, and then all the people that were getting scammed, um, the luxury brands, like Rolex is made in China. They send them to yeah, Sweden, and then they put like one piece in it and they put the back plate on, and then there's the way they work the if it's made in Sweden thing, it has to be like 60% of the business for the product has to be done in Sweden, and that also includes like marketing and all that other stuff. So yeah, yeah, Felipe, yeah, in the United States, yeah, that's pretty common knowledge, I thought. But yeah, people in the United States are, yeah, we can have the pew pews. Just can't talk about them or show them on live chats and stuff. Yeah, Terry, I think that's what Tesla. Did you ever see the Tesla flamethrower? That's oh man, I would love to have two of those. Who wouldn't, right? I think they were selling them for like 600 bucks or 800 bucks. You can get a fancy little flamethrower. Um, I think that was Elon Musk's greatest moment was coming out with that little flamethrower. I don't know what they only made a limited amount. I have no clue what they're selling for now, but it would be worth getting two of. Corey Wiggins, what's? I mean, not nothing right here. Nothing. Yeah, that's. I mean, you can use anything. Probably a marlin spike. That would. It's for working knots and stuff like that. But you can use anything for a weapon. I mean, you use a rock. Go back to its origins. Use a rock. Market and media manager for an appliance store that's been in business since 1945 in New York State. Every company has been hit by the tariffs. Every company is raised. Right, right. But are they really getting hit by the tariffs, or is it? I think a lot of it is the greedflation. Like when they were, oh, inflation, inflation, and then greedflation kicked in, and everything went up in price. I think there's a that's a little more common than what we're realizing because, um, yeah, like I said, the silky saws went up in price 25, 30. I mean, in the past 5 years, they've gone up 100%. I used to buy the Silky Zubot 330 for like $60, and now they're upwards of 120. So 110, 120. So they've gone up 100% in like 5 years. Like the money's depreciated by 50% in 5 years. Corey Wiggins, mostly for knives. I've got Phobos knives, four operators by operators. They are out of Tennessee. I don't have one out right now, but yeah, we'll pull this one out. Like this is one of them. This is the Phobos Knives Calcula. It's S35 VN steel. This one's PVD coated red G10 liners with carbon fiber scales. This is kind of like a mid-sized knife for me. Everything from like EDC, lightweight camping, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm a huge Phobos Knives fan. There's a couple of green things, but I'm guessing you're gonna talk about this one. Yeah, this is the Simple Shot Scout LT2. Uh, yeah, Slingshot. I just don't have a bandset on it because when I have it out, it tends to get caught up on everything. But yeah, it's a Slingshot. Time Store Trophy. Yep. Yeah, they're pretty sweet, man. I think they're around like $45 or so for that. The pro version is like CNC milled aluminum, and that one's like 120. My country good persons not have defense items, and bad guys have a lot. Yeah, yeah, Felipe. That's like every place that's been disarmed. That's how that works. Yeah, man, that's what happened to Australia. They disarmed all of them, and then all the criminals took over. Crime rates went up like 300% in the first 3 months. Mrs. Bushcraft in the chat, how you doing, honey? There because even the American companies used a lot of foreign-made parts. There's not one company that makes a magnetron tube in the USA, so every microwave on the planet. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. Adventure 50. Yeah, that's yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, they do get parts from overseas, so yeah, that's gonna have a lot to do with it. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, there's a lot of that that goes on. There's like even yeah, automobiles, everything that takes computer chips. They'll bring them in from someplace. Yeah, I think a lot of like the processor chips or something come from Taiwan, right? But yeah, I'm just yeah, I don't know. I've been noticing it more and more, especially like right after Christmas. A lot of things I was keeping track of that I wanted to pick up. As soon as they were done with their little Christmas sales, all their prices went up. So, but I know maybe that's more of an incentive to try to buy U.S. made. But yeah, even like Adventure 50 was saying, if the parts are coming in from someplace and the parts are being tariffed, it's gonna um, trickle down into the product. So yeah, unfortunately, that's yeah, that's yeah. Even man, I was looking to get some space blankets. Because those are something I actually use. Um, yeah, whenever I go out with a kid, it's not it's meant to be used. So yeah, I was looking into buying some more space blankets, and the Titan space blankets went from like $20 to $27. So nice little 35% price increase there for the the same exact stuff. So they're definitely working on that you'll own nothing and be happy scenario that they've been talking about. Yeah, assembled in the USA versus made in the USA. Yeah, I was just talking about that with the Rolex watches. Like everybody is livid about Rolex watches, another one of those ultra designer brands, anywhere from, 10,000 to $50,000 for a watch that was technically made in China. And then they ship it to Sweden, throw one little part in it, put the back plate on the watch, and it goes from $600 to 10, 20, $30,000, whatever it is. So all those Rolex watches, those people investing in their future through designer jewelry wear, yeah, they all lost their ass on that. Even the celebrities are complaining about their what they thought was a $400,000 watch collection is now only worth 4 grand. But yeah, there is a lot of that, like yeah, assembled in the USA. That's definitely a thing. I know like a certain percentage of it has to be made in the US for it to be like very compliant. I don't know what the exact numbers or what the rules and regulations are, but I know that's a thing as well. NASA released a video on what the actual definition of made in USA means. It's not what most people think or assume. Yeah, you're right, but there are some legitimate made in the USA companies for sure. Not as many as we thought, but yeah, we're even finding out. Yeah, so many things are that we thought were designer stuff from Italy and wherever. It's all just mass produced in China. Yeah, I kind of had to laugh a little bit on that one too. Yeah, when somebody's crying that they found out that their $50,000 Rolex is only worth $1,500. That's what you get for spending 50 grand on a watch. Like yeah, there's what's called depreciating return, and that's where there's a maximum amount of money that can go into materials and craftsmanship. The craftsman can only be so good at what he does, and the materials can only be so good. And then you max out on that, and everything over that assessed value is nothing but like I call it the Gucci tax. You're just paying for the name brand, and you're not you can only build something so well, and the materials can only be so good, and then you just yeah, it can only take so many of hours of labor to make something, and that's where it caps off. In my opinion, well, I guess it's fact. It's something out there on the market. Yeah, depreciating return. Yeah, you get a certain amount back for your money, but after that, you're just paying for crap names. And I guess these tariffs upset everybody in China, and China's putting out like um, tons of stuff about like all these different Gucci and Hermes and all this other stuff, Rolex, all this high end luxury stuff that people thought was incredibly valuable is just not that good. A great example is Cobra Tech knives that are built in USA. The reason is that it's illegal to ship automatic knives into the USA, so all the parts are made in China. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of um, yeah, it's almost unavoidable. And then even then, if you don't know what you're getting all the time, it's tough. I've done a lot of homework on it because I'm trying to do as much USA products as I can. Um, but yeah, it's getting to be I don't know how to explain it. Like the world isn't what we thought it is. But yeah, maybe it'll smarten people up to become wiser consumers rather than just over consumers, or yeah, man, there just gets to be a point where um Zach Steele, I see you have some gear. What do you think most people should carry daily? Zach, man, I don't man, carry what you need to. I don't try to have an over opinion of what I think people should carry. It depends on what you do. Do you work in an office or do you work on a construction site? Are you a pilot or a taxi driver? It depends on everybody's walk of life differs so much that um, Yeah, it really depends on like I know what I carry, and what I carry is different from what most people would carry. So I'm a watch guy. I have a big collection of watches. I disagree with that. High end knives that are bought through proper channels and not gray market almost never lose value. Yeah, yeah, Adventure 50. Yeah, I don't think the knives have gotten into the same category as like a Rolex. There's nobody putting $600 or $800 worth of material and labor into a knife and then selling it for $49,000. It doesn't happen, or $10,000 for that matter. Um, even man, if you go 100% custom, go to Donnie Bless and he's going to charge you. It's going to be somewhere between $600 to $1,000 for a custom made one of a kind folder and the materials you want. Yeah, man, I think knives are a decent investment, but a Gucci bag that $30,000 for a bag made out of leather. Like I said, there gets to a point, and as a prior builder of things, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like when we build a wingsuit, the cost of the materials, the 200 denier Cadora, the Parapack, the YKK zippers, the stealth rubber for the booties, the whole 9 yards comes out to a price. And then it takes roughly 40 to 50 hours of labor, skilled labor, to put it together. And then the company overhead and so on and so forth, that all goes into the construction of it. Um, but even then, a custom wingsuit is $2,000. But you would be talking about, like, what I'm talking about is the gross greed flat, the Gucci tax. Like we're not charging $20,000 for a custom one of a kind wingsuit because nobody would buy them. But yeah, that's the depreciating return. You meet a maximum in material qualities and costs. You meet a maximum in craftsmanship quality and cost, i.e., labor, and that's what the product costs. But to mark it up 2,000, 3,000, 4,000% is the luxury tax that the rich snob people can pay, I guess. But yeah, when you think you're buying a watch from Sweden, like a company like Rolex, and you find out the whole, because it's made in Sweden, and you find out the whole thing's really made in China, it's only worth $600 to $800, but you're paying $10,000 or $20,000 for it. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. M. Right, how you doing? And yeah, man, I've got some good Spartan blades that are worth like over $800 if you were to go buy them new. They're in great shape, and I've been trying to sell them for 425 for a year now, and nobody's remotely interested in them. So I'm gonna, depends on what you got. If you got some like Medford one of a kind, but even Medford kind of went the wrong route and overproduced their Praetorian or whatever it's called, and yeah, decreased the value of that. So um, yeah, I mean, just yeah, knives don't always hold their value. Um, so that's all about the R&D and skilled craftsmanship on a wingsuit or custom knife. Yeah, yeah, the R&D, the research and development, the cost of prototypes, the cost of test jumping, all that stuff goes into the cost. And even then, there's a limit on what it can cost, what it will cost, and what it'll sell for. Like I said, the gross inflation of thousands of percent over cost is, you know, the Prada, the Gucci, the Hermes, what all that, made in France, made in Italy, but really all made in China. That's what's upsetting people too. But yeah, so I mean, not all knives hold their value. Some do, some don't. I've been offered double what I paid for some knives, and like I said, I can't even get half of what I paid for other knives. And yeah, they're still in great condition, so I'm not making the story up. It's just the way the world's working right now. Everybody, ironically, everything's gone up 100%, but everybody wants everything at 75% off. But yeah, I've got a Spartan Blade Sprite. You can see it's in great condition. Last time I looked up the price, it was $265 for the knife with the nylon sheath, which I still have. Which is actually, this is the second nylon sheath I've had, so it's not even as old as the knife. But that's still in great condition. The knife's still in great condition. I paid 10 bucks for the little Spartan head lanyard bead, and I think the sheaths are Kydex sheaths are like $40 or $50. Um, so yeah, I've got this knife, and so what's that? 265, 275, around $325 for this right here to go and buy it. And then I've got the Enyo with the Kydex sheath that it comes with. I do have the IWB belt loop for it. Um, but this is the Fryk's the S35 VN version, which is preferred by a lot of people. As is the Enyo here, and these are 165 on Spartan blades. And then I've got the Horkos, which I think is like $350 now. Also an S35 VN steel. The Enyo did come with a little lanyard bead because Spartan blades put it on there. If you talk to them, it's kind of like for bigger hand people, it actually ends up as that little pinky grip area. But that one came with it. I bought the other one for the Horkos. I do believe these knives are like 365 now. But if you add it all up, it's over $800. And I was selling all three of them for 425 shipped, and it's been a year now. So yeah, man, you can buy your super steel, the CPMS 35 VN steel, and you can have nice and great condition, but they have no resale value. And I think that asking $400 for it was like 425 shipped. So basically like $400 for over $800 worth of knives. Yeah, I don't think that knives always hold the value that people think they do. Um, I don't know. Maybe there's some buddy sale hookups here and there or something, but yeah, yeah. Adventure 50, man. No, I'm not gonna have a heated debate over it. I would just recommend, go ahead and look. I was just looking it up this week. Literally, it probably some of it I watched today about yeah, the okay, so my mother's a glorified drug dealer, right? She has a certificate, so it makes her a pharmacist. And the fact of the matter is that the brand drugs and the generic drugs are made on the same machine, usually in the same day, and just put in different packaging. But it is the same exact thing. The FDA laws and all that stuff don't change a bit, and that's a lot of what's going on with the luxury brands. They got a material and labor cost of $1,200 to make a Gucci bag, and they're selling it for 10 grand. And unfortunately, they're doing the same thing with the Rolex watches. And there's tons of videos out there about how pissed off people are. Oh, one of the actor guys, one of them Hollywood guys, is all upset because his $500,000 Rolex collection isn't worth squat anymore. So it's not me. I could care less. You'll never catch me paying that much money for a watch. I'm not that into it. Yeah, I'll get a Garmin or something like that, maybe a Citizen watch, but yeah, I'm just not that into the game. Yeah, I mean, if the knife is sharp, I guess it's doing its job. Yeah, yeah, Sebastian, but there's more than just is it sharp. It's how long is it going to stay sharp for? What's the edge retention? Not all steels are created equal, and I used to go through a whole bunch of knives, and until I got into the Spartan blades that I just had out, and yeah, there's a substantial difference. And people argue, oh, but the super steels are harder to sharpen, it's so difficult. No, it's not. Just instead of carrying around your little Arizona stone, you carry around a little diamond plate instead. Trend makes some great pocket size 3x5 or 2x3, like credit card size diamond plates, in different grits, 180, 300, 300 and 600, 600 and 1000. They make a 2x6 inch little steel plate, diamond plate that's like 300 grit on one side, 1000 on the other. Knives are good, but guns are better. Yeah, man. The right tool for the right job. I don't think doesn't matter what kind of pew pew you got. You're not really cutting a pizza with it, are you? Um, so it's not knives have their place, and you're not going to go stripping bark with your 12 gauge, so you can make a little cordage. Now, are you? So yeah, the right tool for the job. Sebastian Mosquito. I mean, Yeah. Yeah, in fact, yeah, that's a never-ending debate. The pew pew or the knife, yeah, it all depends. They both have their places. Um, I'll never argue that. Um, but if he's within 20 feet, if you got a knife, you're doing better. And man, a knife is just harder to disarm. If you're holding a pistol, there, somebody can grab, they can grab equal purchase on it. So they can hold as much of that firearm as you can and make it obsolete. But yeah, I dare you to grab the blade on this. Like, I just go ahead and grab the blade and try to take it away from me. But if you got a pew pew and they grab the barrel end of it, they have as much purchase and as much control over it as you do. So yeah, much harder to disarm a knife than it is a pistol. Yeah, I always carry two knives. Like EDC, I at minimum I have my folding knife, my multi tool, and a fixed blade. And depending on where I am and what I'm doing, depends on if I'm strapped or not. Just because I traveled a lot and I would travel the entire eastern seaboard. So to carry 14 concealed carry permits and 14 different states, including Massachusetts, which if you're not a state person, you pretty much won't get a firearms permit at all. Yeah, yeah, flanker. It depends on what kind of training you have. Depends on whether or not you're going to grab a pistol, and if you're in close, you're going to grab it out of instinct. But to grab a knife, you got to be a fool. Barbie EDC, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Yeah, there you go, AKM. Yeah, I mean we've all seen, the Octagon, the UFC. So yeah, just do what they do on the UFC, right? The first reaction to kicking someone in the balls is they grab their. Yeah, I guess. Man, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to be a self defense expert. I'm more into bushcraft, but it's amazing how the conversation always gets carried over that way. Probably by a lot of people that have probably never been in a fight in their life too. Never took a day of training, but everybody. I guess if Katy Perry can be an astronaut, then everybody can be a UFC champion, right? Because dude, I watched the first 7 seasons. It's a costly hobby. I like both, but yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, they are. They're fun to shoot, man. We used to make smiley faces and all kinds of stuff. Back, yeah, when I was in high school, man. I was on my junior ROTC shooting team, and and they're fun. And it's a glorified hole puncher, really what it is. Um, Yeah, yeah, exactly. Chaos, and if you're going to take that one step further, then rather than just leaving before the things get crazy, avoid the kind of places where things go crazy, which nowadays is like fast food restaurants, Chuck E. Cheese. Pretty much anywhere you go out to eat, there's people acting the fool. Yeah, yeah. If you're fighting fair, you already lost. Yeah, if I guess the only way I would get into a fight is if my life depended on it. And me getting out in the end is the only fair part I would see. Yeah, yeah, the work, yeah. I mean, geez, yeah. If you watch any amount of YouTube, you can see the amount of misbehaviors going on publicly is just never ending. Yeah, people just can't keep their shit together anymore. Yeah, but even then, man, even on a revolver, you can still grab the barrel and redirect it, and you have solid purchase on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah, on an automatic, yeah, you're gonna get the frame and the slide, and it's gonna, cause a misfeed and all that other stuff. Hopefully, it jams on the first shot, or if it even goes. Um, Yeah, it probably will, but it's not gonna feed. You're gonna end up with a mal. But with a knife, man, you cannot grab the blade of a knife. I mean, unless you got some cheap Chinese trinket that's dull as a donkey's tail. Yeah, then maybe. But you're not grabbing the business end of a knife. Just it's not happening. But then we're just getting into way too much speculation on what if it's a snub nose, what if it's a subcompact, what if it's yeah, you could the fact of the matter. Okay, so what it's just kind of like a never-ending semantic debate with people that that's YouTube for you. Yeah, just kick them in the junk, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, And there's the speculation of the what if scenario. What if this happens? What if that happens? Blah 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 blah. Um, what if you took like some type of self defense training for 20 years? That might be good too. I don't know. Sebastian Tiny, yeah, homie said hi, hello. Yeah, no, you didn't hit me there. I don't buy in all this SHTF. I'm not a very speculative person, like, because then people just like, oh, what if yeah, I'm not overly entertained by that stuff. The whole what if I won the lottery scenario. Well, what if you gotta what if you just went out and worked harder? You'd be all set. You wouldn't be wanting for everything. What if you renounced over consumerism? Then you wouldn't need that much money to buy crap you don't need. Too many people live their life about buying stuff they can't afford to impress people that don't even like them. Like, just it's weird. But yeah, no, you didn't really hit me there, man. I just just don't care. That's part of being Gen X, right? Is it just I just don't have to give a shit sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And when people do that endless speculation of what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, and then it's just like whatever, dude. Yeah, you're just what if you were actually wrong in a conversation and you're not always right? Yeah, that happens all the time, and I always, I've told everybody my entire life, don't take my word for it. Get multiple other, resources and pull them all together and come up with your own, hypothesis. Yeah, exactly, AKM. Yeah, and that's exactly the way a lot of the world goes nowadays. Keeping up with the Joneses, as they like to call it. I just could care less what the Joneses are doing. Never had, never would. In fact, if I cared what other people thought, I wouldn't have accomplished the things that I've accomplished in my life. I had plenty of people tell me I was going to fail, and you're being a dreamer. You're better odds of being a quarterback in the NFL than the crap that I've done. So, I'm not a big fan of speculation, and I really don't care what other people think. Yeah, it's a big part of being Gen X. I stopped giving a shit in the '90s. I don't think yeah, I think we were born without the give a shit thing. Like, oh, that's lovely. That's yeah, I just yeah, and I've just seen enough stuff to be wrong. So yeah, but in this world of, tactical geekery, who's carrying I used to have one, man, specifically the Taurus Model 8538 special with a 2-inch barrel on it. I know exactly what you're talking about. You can still grab the damn thing. Now, once again, try grabbing this. I dare you to. And if you say you can, I'm just going to call you the fool that you are. You're not grabbing the business end of a knife. You're just not doing it. Not without severe damage. Same thing with this. It's razor sharp, man. Smaller knife. You're not going to get past that. And even if we wanted to go extra tiny, you're still not grabbing that. You're not grabbing the business end of a knife like you can grab the business end of a sidearm. Just not happening. So just suck it up, Buttercup. That's just the world we live in. Like I said, you can grab it, but you're gonna have tendon damage. Your fingers will stop to function as soon as you grab it. If you tried to grab this the way you would grab a snub nose 38, 2-inch barrel, that's what we're talking about, right? Um, it's not happening, man. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah, flanker. Just to end that, yeah, um, yeah, I can grab the 2-inch barrel on a snub nose 38 special. You are not grabbing this. It's just not happening, dude. Like, just accept it. And don't take my word for it. Go out and ask plenty of other people, and they'll tell you the same damn thing. I'm a millennial, but raised by an older baby boomer, and was raised by bobcats. Okay, yeah, it gets interesting up in here sometimes, all the times. But yeah, so that's what that is in a nutshell. Oh yeah, yeah, flanker. I get it. It's man. Hey, I used to live in a world where I was always right legally, and it's good to be right when you're right. But yeah, I just basically yeah, it's just only on YouTube, guys. We'll be here all week. But yeah, and in fact, I've had I've got a lot of friends that are like Green Berets and stuff like that, and are trained in hand to hand combat with knives and everything like that. And it's all the same conclusion. Loads D60 for chat. Crown Fog, you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh yeah, Chris. And it's a special weekend for slingshots. This weekend is the ECST, the East Coast Slingshot Tournament, held over in Pennsylvania. So a lot of the slingy thingy guys are over there, man. But yeah, the simple this is my favorite slingshot so far. I'm just gonna upgrade that and yeah, work on fine tuning my slingshot skills. It'll be like some small game stuff. Uh, you know, um, and if you needed to, you could hunt some squirrel, rabbit, pheasant, quail, stuff like that. Um, yeah, it's pretty solid. It's kind of like a pocket size archery. It kind of seems like child's play when you look at it from an outside view, but when you see what the modern flat band slingshots can do, you're like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. And I've done archery for a lot of years, so it just kind of seemed like the next logical route to go. Oh yeah, yeah, Chris. There's some guys out there. I mean, like they geek out on slingshots. I think jack of all trades, master of one. Sometimes is how, what most people fall under. But yeah, the guys that truly geek out on slingshots, and I say that with the utmost respect. Those guys, they got like trick shots. They'll bounce it off the water or something and take out something sitting in a tree. There's some very cool shooters out there. I'm still working on my skills, but is there ever a risk of slingshot misfiring back at you? Always been a fear. Yeah, man. Yeah, where the bands attach, like if you're at full draw and the band breaks where it attaches, you line it up like right with your face, like same way you would with an archery. Like you bring it back to an anchor point on your cheek or the corner of your mouth or whatever your anchor point is. Yeah, if they break up at the business end, yeah, that band will come flinging back at you, and you got to be careful for ricochets. I was out shooting last season, the slingshot, and man, I had well, like a ricochet come right back past me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should maybe wear some like have like ballistic rated Oakleys, and they were sitting on my head like of all places. I'm like, I'll just put these on where they belong and save an eye. But yeah, There's a lot of really cool slingshot guys out there. Like check out like I don't know if he's still in here, but Squat Shot, he's at ECST right now. He's just a sitting wealth of knowledge when it comes to the slingy thingies. The Smo Show, Jordan Smothers, he's another one that's extremely good if you run across his channel. Oh yeah, Melon, anytime, man. That's what we kind of like to do here. Spread some knowledge. It's more of like a bushcrafty outdoor adventure camping, maybe survival situation if you left when you should have righted or something. Yeah, that's kind of more the avenue. I'm not really the apocalyptic, the SHTF, the shizzle hits the nizzle, the shit hits the fan. Oh no, the zombies are coming. I mean, it makes for good television, but um, I just have kind of a watered down, more practical use of things. Yeah, in fact, they've even got some of the slingshots now that use like mini darts. I've seen that. I don't know. It just seems like if you were to be off or something, and that thing were to come across, they have like this little chainmail or plate armor you can wear as a glove or something. But I don't know. The dart just seems like if you took one in the hand, that would suck on a whole new level. Oh yeah, yeah. That's my Discord. I was on the Discord last night. If anybody noticed, Ground Fog. You should put your Discord in there, man. Your Discord is way more active with a lot more people, dude. Yeah, we got to get that. I like that, man. I'm losing my fishing line. My fishing line's coming off. But Captain, I'm giving her all she's got. There we go. Yeah, so that was my thing. Pocket size fishing and hunting. In an emergency type situation. Or I don't know, man. Maybe you're just cruising out. It just makes more sense to pop off a squirrel. You can eat that in one sitting. And it makes more sense to carry one of these with 50 or 100 shots in your pocket with a band or two than it does like an entire archery system. It's about like diversifying your kit. Yeah, yeah, Chris, the dart seem wicked for sure. Um, yeah, I've always kind of done it. I've always made like kits, like man, formally starting in like junior high. Seventh grade, I went in the Civil Air Patrol. Civil Air Patrol's primary thing is like search and rescue and stuff like that. So I got right into, like learning stuff like that and packing kit and then you had to pack kit not just for like self-sustainment, but if you find like missing hikers or whoever it is you're looking for, a downed aircraft or something, you need certain amount of medical kit and everybody carries a portion of it. And yeah, we had like it was like the reserves, man. We had like one weekend a month of camp. Actually, we worked harder than the reserves, man. The reserve is like one weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. The Civil Air Patrol is like every Thursday night, one weekend a month, plus additional trips, depending on it. If you're part of the color guard or the drill team or any of that stuff. Um, but yeah, so I started that, and then yeah, that was junior high. I started Civil Air Patrol, and then high school I did junior ROTC. We didn't do as much cool stuff, but we did have a shooting team back then. So every Tuesday was, going to the range shooting with my high school ROTC team. So yeah, I've always been in the kit. So all of like my current kit, I'm like now 50 years old, is like there's the current evolution of life experience and actual time outdoors, in the field, in the bush, camping, hiking, whatever, whether it's car camping or I've done a lot of bike touring. I probably have over 120,000, 130,000 miles of bicycle touring. I've biked from like Long Island to Key West and Key West back up to like Ovid, New York, the Finger Lakes region, and then back down to Tampa. And yeah, I used to work seasonally, so um, yeah, I got a lot into the stealth camping and things because stealth camping's a hell of a lot cheaper than paying $120 for a room I'm only going to sleep in for 6 or 7 hours. So, but yeah, so now I'm trying to get it all onto YouTube. In fact, major breakthrough for those of you guys that have been following the channel for a little minute. Um, Yeah, I actually talked to somebody about editing this week, so hopefully I can talk them into, hey, could you just show me how not to be an idiot with editing? That would be extremely helpful. So that's something I'm hoping I can work out is some solid editing. Yeah, I think yeah, Chris, if you're gonna build like a solid like yeah, an emergency kit, maybe not so much a survival kit, but um yeah, an extenuating circumstances kit. Don't like go the opposite route of the Altoids 10 thing. Like don't be a minimalist about it. Like carry what you really need without over carrying. And then test it out. Like whatever you think you got going, like go out. If it's a 72-hour bag, test it for 72 hours. Like just grab that bag and go out for 72 hours and then you'll find out if it's, too heavy, too light, you're missing key things. Obviously there's certain things you want to make sure you have before you go out even the first time. But yeah, and then invest quality over quantity. Um it's like as a parachute rigger, man, it would baffle me. People would come in looking for the cheapest parachute money could buy. They just wanted a parachute, you know. They didn't care how cheap it was. They didn't care about like how many jumps it had left on it or whether it had good landings. They just wanted it for cheap money. But it's like, dude, your life really does depend on your parachute. Like, don't you want to get the best the money can buy, not what's the cheapest you got? And I apply that to your gear because cheap gear does fail frequently. Yeah, yeah. Like a great example is the Exotech Match Cap XL. Now UCO makes that little orange case, and you can get it with the matches. It's like whatever 12.99 now. I don't know how much it costs. Doesn't matter. Um, but that little orange plastic case with the little orange cap, and it's got the nice black rubber gasket on it. Everybody's seen those, right? I've gone through at least a half a dozen of those. What ends up happening is when you screw that plastic cap down, you want to screw it down tight to make sure it's waterproof. Well, eventually that plastic cap ends up cracking and then it just the integrity of your entire match case. Now your match case that's supposed to be waterproof has a big crack in it. It's no longer waterproof. The cap's going to start falling off, and you go off and buy another one. And like I said, I'm just as guilty. I did this at least a half a dozen. If I didn't do it a half a dozen times, I didn't do it once. But if you buy a CNC milled aluminum one um, with a rubber gasket in it, it just doesn't happen. Um, this one I've never had these loosen up on me, come undone or something. Um, and in the long run, this would have been if I just bought this up front. This would have been cheaper than going through a half a dozen of the plastic ones at $5 or $6 a piece. Because then I've spent 35, 30, 35, $40, whatever, depends on what the actual price is. I will have spent that on the just buy once, cry once. The irony of the buy once, cry once is I never cry about it. Like when I buy quality gear and it is what it's said to be, it's quality gear. Um, I don't cry. I'm like happy about spending the money. Versus the cheap stuff when you're like, oh, I should have known better. Oh, broken, seen that coming. I'm currently on a flashlight kick now. Is that a little flashlight? Yeah, man, this is the Olight Warrior Mini 2. It's pretty good flashlight. Um, the problem I had with the Warrior Mini 2, they now have like the third gen out. But this tail cap would get a little lint or something out of it and just make it stop working. Um, that was the only problem I've really had with this. And sometimes the sensor wasn't working, but who knows why? It could be operator error. I'm not going to torture them too much. The nice thing about this, it runs off an 18650 battery, so rechargeable and interchangeable. Your nephew need to, yeah, sure. Sebastian, say something that makes sense. Your nephew needs to touch grass. Um, yeah. So, and the other reason why I like this, the 18650 batteries, they're easy to come by. They're easy to. I think it's if you're just doing standard outdoor stuff, you're not like clearing houses in Afghanistan or doing anything like that. You're not on search and rescue where you have to see like some absurd distance. The 18650 batteries are great. I This is a Therm Storacell 21 or something. I can't remember the exact nomenclature, but I can carry a waterproof battery. It connects on anything Molly or belt, anything like that. Um, so yeah, the ability to interchange the battery is extremely important. Um, I know that some lights like have like built-in proprietary batteries and stuff, but yeah, not a huge fan of those. It's got to be like interchangeable battery for me to be digging it. Did I put the battery back in the right way? Smoky Cryptic, how you doing? Yeah, yeah, Chris, that's exactly why I bought it. I used to use the headlight to my whoops. And the tail cap's magnetic. So like if you wanted to, you could stick your knife in a tree and kaboom, and then you could, do your work or whatever. Another cool feature to that knife. But yeah, I used to use uh this is a Knight Rider Lumina 750 or something like that. Lumina Flare. This has a built-in battery. This goes up to 700 lumens, has like three or four settings, three settings. It also has a red light on the tail. So this is actually designed for mountain biking. But it works great. It's got the red light. That's one thing that Olight screws up on with their lights is they call it like a tactical light and a warrior and all this other bling, all this marketing stuff, but it doesn't have a red light on it. That's almost like mandatory in my opinion for like a red light for a tactical military style light. Oh, Jeremy, how you doing, man? Just saw you in there. Yeah, so yeah, Jeremy, if you talk to Olight at all, you should let them know that, man. They got to start putting red LEDs in there, or at least have a slip over filter or something. But yeah, and the only reason that the only thing that sucked about this is it's built in USB rechargeable, but yeah, you can't change out the battery. So when the battery would finally lose it, can you say the battery died, or is that like against? He said died. Oh no, YouTube's gonna tweak. Yeah. So that was the downside. Then you got to sit down. I think the charge time on this is like 2.5, 3 hours. So you're sitting there waiting forever just for the light to recharge. So yeah, having the interchangeable battery, in my opinion, is a must, and having the red light. I think my Grail flashlight at this point is the Ace Beam Terminator M2X. It's like a dual head flashlight. It's more like a rectangle shape. Runs off the 18650 battery. It has like the RGB is red, green, and blue LEDs. It also has like a spotlight and a spread light. Yeah, Jeremy, did you ever see that? I think it's called, yeah, now I'm gonna screw up the name of it again. The Micro Warrior, though. It's like the smaller version of this. It's the first edition one. And instead of the 18650, it's got the 18350. I think last time I looked, they only had it in red so far. But yeah, that's a pretty sweet little light. I wouldn't mind getting that with a Warrior Mini 2. Have the micro. No, maybe it's called a nano. It's either called a micro or nano. That's the part I keep screwing up. But it's basically like a Warrior Mini, and instead of the 18, yeah, yeah, the nano. Yeah, that's a Jeremy. I don't know why I call it the micro. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's probably too short for your hand, but kind of like one of those smaller, maybe like a baton or something. It's got the dual clip, so you could throw it on your ball cap as a headlight. You could leave it on the shoulder strap of something with a little ranger band. Leave it there as a backup. Yeah, man, I'm digging it. I might get one. I might not. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't. I've only seen it on the internet. I haven't had one in hand yet, so I don't know how it would. Like once you get out there and use something, it's always different. Like you see something, you're like, oh man, that's gonna be cool. That's a cool concept. Yeah, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're like, I don't know, I'll give it a try, and it ends up being like the best piece of kit you bought in the last 10 years. The problem with it is it's a tail switch light, but it goes into my palm. Yeah, I got you. That makes sense, Jeremy. Yeah. I think, like I said, I would get that more as like a backup or something, and you throw it on a shoulder strap as, some general lighting or something, or, yeah, throw it on a ball cap, or, I think it has a magnetic back, so you could use it, a small light or something. But yeah, I would almost, the micro, I would almost switch that out with like my i3. No, I wouldn't. I would still carry an i3 TEOS because, the AAA battery factor. I can just stop and buy a AAA battery almost anywhere, any state, any. Yeah, you could just, man, the AAA thing is the bomb. Oh, Jeremy, I'm looking for a couple of these too, man. Um, these little ones, man. The i3 EOS in OD. Um, if you got some of those kicking around, maybe we can work out a trade or something, Jeremy. Yeah, if you want, yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. If you want to side switch over the tail, I don't know, man. I still everything's awesome to me when it comes to flashlights because yeah, I try to use my gear for as long as I can, and I use those old double A mag lights. Remember the ones with the it had like the twist head? Everybody's had at least a few of them. You know what I'm talking about, like double A mag light, or yeah, it was double A. With the twist head, maybe it was kicking out like 40 lumens or something. Um, but yeah, so everything like man, like flashlight technology has taken off so much. The last time I had some Surefires that I spent crazy money on back in the day. That now, yeah, I had like the Surefire M3T Turbo, and that took three 123A C123. Yeah, it took three C123A batteries, and it ran for like 15 minutes. And with the cost of those batteries, it basically costs like $1 a minute to run that flashlight at 700 lumens. And that was like breaking technology back in and we're talking like at least like over 20, 25 years ago. But now it's like, 700 lumens is like a pocket sized. Yeah, these Warrior Mini 2s are, I think these go up to like 1,000 lumens, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. I never keep track of all the bling bling, and it's either bright enough for me to see down the trail or it's not. They should make a bracelet flashlight. If you're doing something with your hands and no way to. Man, Chris, the Garmin Tactics 8 watch has a man. It's got a flashlight at the top of it, right? Like right at this. Yeah, at the top here, like right where the band connects. It has like a flashlight with like four settings, and you can do like white light or green light. But that's only like 1,200 bucks or something. Headlamp is your best bet. Yeah, yeah, the headlamp. Yeah, definitely by far. The headlamp is just the only thing that's as good as a headlamp is having that dual clip system that you can put on a ball cap or on the brim of a hat or something. Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, that man, that's yeah, that's yeah, everybody's got their favorite color, man. I tend to like to get the OD green, but yeah, I don't mind red as well. Like that. I had a Warrior Pro. I think it was like a Warrior Pro 2 or something like that. That was in like a red and black fade. That was pretty sweet light. Moonlight in the dark. Do you have a flashlight that can go out? No, moonlight. Yeah, I don't think I have. No, I have nothing like that. Like currently, this is the biggest flashlight I have. Like I'm not like yeah, I'm not on a search and rescue team or any type of scenario. I did almost buy that super it's like a $600 flashlight from Olight. Um Jeremy knows what it is. It's the 9X or something like that. Um Insane, like 10,000 lumens, or I don't know. I almost bought one, but then like reality struck and I was like, what the hell am I going to do with a $600 flashlight other than, like whip it out? My flashlight's bigger than your flashlight. That's the only thing I would do with that. I don't even see me packing out something like that. Even like bike packing or mountain biking, that's just absurdly big. Yeah, yeah, Moonlight. They are very cool flashlights, no doubt about it. I just don't have a use for them really. Terrence, what's happening, man? How you doing? Yeah, Jeremy with 2 points with the win again. The X9R Marauder. That's the one. It was, man, it was a few years back, and I won one of those like spins like 40% off or something. And you could actually use it on that. And I was gonna grab one, and Mrs. Bushcraft actually, she's like, well, if you want it, go ahead and get it. But yeah, I was just like, what am I gonna do with that? I couldn't really see me other than, one hell of a toy, but I just wouldn't have a real world application for it. Keith Nitz, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. You can use them if you're going in it. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm sure you can, man. You could, and you probably use them hunting if you got some field or something you want to see across or whatever. But just for what I do in the world right now, yeah. Oh, maybe I'll get one someday. That might be a cool. It's got the custom case with the custom cutout and all the. It's got all the bling bling check marks, but the bits and the surge. Oh, these are replacement blades, man. It's the replacement file, the diamond file, and replacement the little saw for the surge. Yeah, these are the factory Leatherman replacement ones. That's all. Actually, if I took them out, that might be even cooler. Speaking of Leatherman upgrades, man, I think the big upgrade I want to get, they've got Etsy. There's a seller on there that sells the bit kit couplers. It's like a little screw and plate set that attaches the two um, bit pieces. Whoops. Yeah, that's going to be a purchase I want to make. The bit kit coupler, man. If anybody's seen that, it's definitely a flashlight you can flex it. Yeah, 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 Moonlight. You can definitely flex it on your friends, and if they get mouthy, you could easily knock them out with one swing with it too. I'm sure that's probably that would be like my centerpiece weapon. Like, yeah, you can keep the custom Beretta and the fancy Phobos knife. For $600, that flashlight's got to put somebody on their ass at least once. Um, Terrence, all my lights, I can't work on machines at anything above low or maybe medium. Anything above them blinds me. Oh yeah, yeah, Terrence, you get a lot of like the glare back and everything when the flashlight's too bright. No, no, that's no, man, that's not a thief's tool set. I haven't gotten to that yet, but I am looking into covert instruments for the winter. I want to start doing some of the. Anybody seen that pick sport lock picking? Is like a hobby, it's a hobby. So one of those skills. I'll probably never need it, but if I need it, I have it. That would be fun to do. And who hasn't watched like a cool James Bond flick or Mission Impossible or something where they go and pick a lock and you're like, man, how do you do that? Like, I'd love to learn that skill. All right, out Moonlight. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we keep it real here. We have these socials like every Friday night and Sunday morning until I can get my channel being more productive. So, yeah, I just give a real world perspective based off of my experiences and other experiences. Whatever I can learn, I try to share. I wish there were more social things, like more of the outdoor clubs where people got together, but I think everything's kind of gone the way of the interweb. Everybody's on the internet now, so I figured I'd give it a go. Moonlight, the biggest knife that I have right now is my Phobos Knives Tier 1C. Um, this is CPM 3V. It's like 12 and a quarter inches overall, a full 0.25 inch spine. So it's a kind of like a light chopper, all around knife. This one has a convex grind on it, so it's going to be awesome for batoning, things like that. This knife was actually custom made for me by Eric Hansen, the owner of Phobos Knives. Back in like 2019, he made this. But yeah, this is my biggest knife, and not I don't know. Collection sounds like collector. It's kind of like I have a wide range of tools that are all used. Like I don't get into a bunch of knives. I actually do. We counted like 2 weeks ago. I have like four. If you include my folding knife, I have 14 knives. But I do want to sell three of them, so that'll bring me back down to 11. So I'm not really trying to build a collection or anything. Just well diverse. In fact, I diversified my knife ownings just for YouTube. Just to have a little bit more to talk about. Listening to Bushcraft while playing Pebble Beach on the golf simulator and drinking bourbon. Um, yeah, I don't know, Jeremy. Try darts, man. I know when I used to play darts, I got progressively better, like per beer, to a certain point, and then you like peak out your skills, and then they start to drastically drop. But maybe the first 4 or 5 beers over the first hour and a half or something, the skills improved. Um, yeah, my pool game gets better the more drinks. Yeah, but this is golf. Right? Yeah, you're playing golf, isn't that? I read that right. Yeah. You're playing video game golf though, Jeremy. Yeah, Terrence. Yeah, that's a knife. Um, my current where'd my other knife go? Where'd he go? The knife that I've enjoyed using the most lately, and I'm definitely getting more into. It's kind of like the little brother. This is the Tier 1 BC in Magna Cut, and this is about 11 and a quarter inches, 11 inches, 11 and a quarter overall. And this is kind of like more like an average sized bushcraft survival in that 4.5 to 6 inch range for the blade. But it's also got the bow drill divot in the scale. It's not in the scale; it goes through the scale. It's a full tang, and it goes to the tang, so you're not gonna cook up your scales and stuff if you do use the bow drill divot. It also has a ferrocium rod notch right here, if you can see that, and that increases your surface contact on your ferrocium rod, and it turns it into like a fire breathing beast. It's we'll probably we might if I decide not to behave myself. We'll throw some sparks with this and get some fire starters going too. Oh, you're playing real golf. My son and I have memberships to us. Oh, okay. So I got you. I'm with you now, Jeremy. Um, yeah, man, I would love to get a crossbow is on my bucket list. I've turned down buying a crossbow like several times. Just because if I owned a crossbow, then I wouldn't want one anymore because I already own one. But someday I'm going to own a crossbow. I've got like a nice 10.1 picked out. I'd like to do a nice video comparing like a recurve compound and a crossbow. The compound bow, I've got quite a bit of experience. I do all my own bow work. I make my own arrows, all that. The traditional, the recurve is something I'm looking to get into, and the crossbow is just man, because crossbows are cool, right? Yeah, you could do better with a firearm than a crossbow, but maybe there's noise. What I don't know. But yeah, the crossbow is just like a bucket list thing for me. He's got off school today for the year, for summer break, or for good. Yeah, my brother-in-law hunts deer with a crossbow. Yeah, that's. I don't even really have a desire to hunt deer with a crossbow. I just want to own one and shoot one, and it's probably going to be like overpowered, like um, yeah. I've looked at some of the 10-point ones, and also I'm kind of looking into the Hoyt compound bows and recurves. Oh, congratulations! You graduated college. Now the tricky part comes finding a job. What do you have a degree in? And please don't tell me like underwater basket weaving. Yeah, yeah, Jeremy, valid point. Yeah, bow season is way earlier. I don't know what the laws in New Hampshire are now. It's been quite a few years since I hunted, but yeah, whether like traditional bow and compound bow started way earlier than powder season and anything like that. But you had to have like a doctor's note for a crossbow. Like you had to have some kind of disability or something to be able to use a crossbow. So let me try to make some space here. Maybe we'll get the ferro rods going. How are we doing on time here? Oh, we're doing great. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? There's always the mess off screen that nobody ever sees when you're doing live chats. There's always, you always got something going on. But yeah, let me see if I can. We'll do some ceremonious Friday night burning stuff, and that's why that doesn't fit because that's not the right knife. Where'd that knife go? Oh, it went back in there. There we go. We got it. So yeah, quick pocket check. What's everybody carrying? If you didn't drop your pocket already. Arrows can go through bulletproof armor because they're focused on one single point. Yeah, and there's a lot more weight behind an arrow than there is a standard round. That's a major help as well. Um, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy archery. I'm gonna when I get some more advanced equipment here for YouTubing, I'm gonna go over like the whole like start to finish, like from cutting finding your arrow length, cutting it, um, different ways to fletch it, do all my own fletching and stuff. I basically build it. Arrows really aren't that difficult to build. I mean, really pretty simple stuff. I think some people just complicate it, and really some of the biggest determining factor is going to be in the quality of the construction of the arrow. Before you even build it. If the arrow is not straight to start off with, then you're never going to build a good arrow. So you got to make sure you get some quality arrow shafts to begin with. Tends to be the thing. And this one time at Skydive camp. Any of the new guys ever been skydiving? Clyde, cheers. How's it going? A cross-shaped arrowhead. That's pretty cool. I like some of those auto ones, the spring-loaded ones, you know, when they hit, the blades come out. Those are pretty sweet. I'm really into those. I wonder if... I have no clue where that would be. I just get caught up on the comments here. Open up this page a few times. It was awesome. Yeah, in fact, I don't even have my bow in here. But yeah, we will get some of this going because why not, right? Now remember, everybody, we're not trained professionals here, so don't do this at home. It's what the cool kids are doing, though, man. And we still got bunches of fire starters for anybody that's Oh, open up. You've been a few times. Where'd you go, man? Where'd you go sky jumping at? Do 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 do. So Terrence has got a Gerber multi-tool, Max Ace Off. Other side, mini screwdriver 2, flashlight, tie pry bar, pockets, Spyderco Stretch XL, KS90, GSP Penguin S90V, Tucson TS142. Do you know much about crossbow bolts? I just got one. No, man, I don't know much about I don't know anything about crossbow bolts. Other than they're substantially different than arrows. Like I said, I haven't owned a crossbow yet, but when I do, I'll go down that rabbit hole, no doubt about it. And yeah, I'll want to build my own crossbow bolts for sure. But the ferro rod. Got to get it warmed up a little, right? Couple little practice strokes in there. And we still get these one shot every time. Not every time. Sometimes I miss because I don't want to make it look too easy, right? Because then anybody can do that. You got no skills, man. Oh, you did it for training when you were in the Navy? The jumping there? Sky jumping? Yeah, that was actually, man, I jumped from 1993 until 2020. And yeah, that's my big thing. Yeah, Michael Witchcraft. And yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft has got a black cat. So yeah, all we need is a broom and, you know. There's a set of books I think you would love. It's called the Traditional Bowyer's Bible, Part 1 through 6. Various artists. I have 1 and 2 that are wealth of archery wisdom. Oh yeah, the Frequency Forge. I'll have to make a note of that. Yeah, do you know much about no. Oh, isn't that Frosty called me dear? How you doing, sunshine? Huh? How are you doing today there, pumpkin? 12-foot putt, missed it by half an inch to the right. I could roll out 40 feet past the hole and off the green. Yeah, Jeremy, that was part of the game though, right? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. You all right tonight, Frosty? Is everything going okay in your mom's basement? You want to talk about something? Did somebody hurt your feelings? Come up in here getting all crazy. But this one time at skydive camp, wow. Yeah, so that's the bling bling we got going there. So anybody got anything planned for this weekend? Any hiking, camping, fishing? Anybody do any archery, pew pew target practice? Do a little pyro fun? Anybody gonna jump on YouTube, do a little troll hunting? It's what the cool kids are doing. Oh, Justin, you got the archery going just about every day. Girls out, sleep over tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, Justin, I've got to get out shooting my bow again. I got to fix up a few. No, I've got plenty of arrows. I really do. When you start making your own arrows, you're like, oh, I'll make arrows and save myself money. I'll save 40%. No, what happens is you end up with like 40% more bows. Just packing, finally got 2 weeks to start the trail, starting in Virginia. Oh, open up. What trail you doing? The AT or? Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah, you got a master's degree in engineering. So where to now? Where Oh, it's nice. So what are you section hiking it or something? Yeah, obviously if you're starting in Virginia. If you're not starting in Georgia or Maine, yeah, that all makes sense. Oh, Justin, what do you got for a crossbow, man? Are you shooting? What are you shooting this weekend? The crossbow or traditional bow, compound bow? Kapow! Where'd my beverage go? Oh no, Frosty, I'm not ignoring you. It's just more fun when you beg. That's all. I want you to feel really cheap begging, and then I'll acknowledge you, but only if you beg for a while. I'm not ignoring you. Love is rare these days, don't? Yeah, it is. It truly is rare, my man. But we're all good with it here. Wife wanted to let me do it by myself. 2.5 day hike, build and shelter, then enjoy the hike back. Nice, nice. Yeah, did you go through all your checklists, make sure all your kit's in order? Don't forget your can opener, man. Although everything comes in packets now, which makes it so much easier. Packets are a lot easier than cans. I gotta get out and do like a 1980s style like spam and spaghettios camping trip and just maybe a couple hot dogs that get overcooked. Yeah, Jeremy knows, man. Yeah, you gotta start by calling me daddy. Who's your daddy? Oh, Justin, I think I might have, maybe not that exact model, but I've seen some of the Cobra crossbows. They're very nice. Yeah, Frosty, I think you're gonna find out that Jeremy's gonna take that as a compliment. And everybody's just a little bit crazy, but people around here tend to keep their crazy in control. Most of them are better at it than I am. Yeah, a lot of fun. Nope, doing the old school method with my 22 lever and just base materials. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, it's always good to test yourself, man, but just be careful. Um, I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite. I like to push the envelope, maybe not so much as I used to. But all right, Frosty, you have yourself a good night there, sweetheart. We'll see you on the next one, Buttercup. Want to make some. Oh, yeah, Rose, we're just burning some stuff out right now at the moment. Ever since Tuck went to full gaslight, and I miss my trolls. Oh, is he gaslighting everything now? Yeah, I don't know what to think about that dude anymore. But hey, desperate times, people do desperate things. It is what it is. Always got the GPS and sat phone wife's orders. I'm sure you know how that. Yeah, no, not really. I do, but I don't. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft. The fact is, she just doesn't know squat about anything off the pavement, and she knows I can hold my own. I've been around the block a few times, so I just go and do my thing. She doesn't really have any rules, like um, I'm not sure that she exists. That GPS exists outside of her car. But yeah, no. If I were to go out, she'd just be like, "Okay, when are you going to be back?" Open up, Lucy, man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That yeah, I can't argue there. I'm a lucky man when it comes to that. But she knew what she was signing up for when we got together, so she knew I was gonna. I mean, like, I was still working in skydiving when Mrs. Bushcraft and I got together, so she knew I came with a whole bunch of extra stupid baggage. And here, hold my beer, watch this. I'm gaslighting my dog. Yeah, yeah, Jeremy. Yeah. I'm not gonna get too. I'm not gonna spend the time here getting too much into that. But yeah, man. Yeah, we could talk about that sometime. Yeah, anytime. It's or I'll have. I gotta email you with my phone number still, don't I? Uh, she wanted life insurance, then he wore her down and stayed. Well, which part? Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, for those that don't know, yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft and I we went to high school together, and then we kind of went our own separate ways in life because, nothing about it, just that's how life works. And then like 25 years later, we ended up reuniting and getting into a relationship. And yeah, life has been grand. But yeah, she knew me when I was in high school. I was always riding bikes and mountain bikes, and I was pretty well known for my stupid antics back then, rock climbing and things like that. So yeah, and in fact, when we first started talking, she's like, "Oh, how's it going? What do you do? What do you do for work now?" And when I told her, she's like, "Hold on, skydiving is a job?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it's a job, pays pretty well. Not the best. I mean, we don't get paid as much as those NFL guys or anything like that, but yeah, we make a pretty good living skydiving." So yeah, she didn't even realize it was a job. But new question. One thing I'm worried about, um, the rod I have, when it gets wet, it takes forever to spark. Is there one you recommend? Yeah, man, I've been using the Exotac Fire Rod XL. Um, yeah, this thing's great. It's a little bit pricey, but man, you're getting what you pay for. I really like it. Yeah, yeah, Jeremy's got one as well and never had a problem with it. Yeah, and for the past few months, yeah, it's I've been beaten on this one, yeah, hundreds of times. I've yeah, struck this ferro rod hundreds of times. It's a half-inch ferro rod. I want to say it's 5.5 inches overall, but in the end is a capsule, and you can fit like four of their quick tab tenders in here. or whatever else you want to put in there, but really you can fit for the Tinders. And then it's got like I think it's like 18 or 24 inches of 1 inch tape, which you could use for fixing stuff, whatever. But it's also, you know, flammable. You can get sparks on that and get it to light up. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure what you're using on the ferro rod, but I use if you can see on the tier 1 BC here by Phobos. This has got like a notch out. So instead of just getting a minimal contact, I gotta get better lighting, man. I'm doing like YouTube like it's 2005 or something. But instead of just getting minimal contact on the flat 90, the rounded part increases the surface contact on your ferro rod, and you just get crazy sparks out of it. Oh, you're welcome, man. Yeah, I do highly recommend the ferro rod XL. I have the V2 version. It's kind of smaller. I kind of use that as a plan B backup. I'm not really into cranking on it. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? Yeah, so here's their standard fire rod V2. Man, what is this? I think it's like three eighths of an inch or something, or it's way the hell smaller. I know the larger one is a half inch. Um, but yeah, there's a difference between the two. And the smaller one does have the capsule in the end. There's no tape or anything, and it does have one quick tab, which I'm to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of these. The burn time on them isn't all that great. I mean, could you get by with it? Yeah, you could, but the little Tinder tabs don't really have a great burn time. I'm still using my Gerber, and have you tried using wax ball Tinders? Man, we'll one up that one as well. Um, the wax ball Tinders, like you use a cotton ball, and yeah, those are pretty good. But we made our own. Like we went through a few recipes here on the channel and made a bunch. So I actually as I mess with my lighting, yeah, we made these, man. The Bushcraft Rebooted channel, Pyro Pucks, man. This is what we've been burning. But yeah, because I got fed up with all the digital panhandling and e-begging, and oh, I'll act like a fool if you send me a super chat. I'll scratch my butt and sniff it for $2, whatever. So rather than like asking people for something for nothing, because I'm just fed up with that shit. So is a lot of other people. We actually came up with products like to sell on the channel. So we made these. These come like six in a pack, and they're the cotton rounds with an accelerant and wax, and that's what we. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw a shameless plug in there for the channel fire starters, and we sell these 2 for 20 shipped, and like each one you could cut them into quarters, and they're gonna be like pretty substantial. Um, but yeah, we did the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. So yeah, we sell these like 2 for 20 bucks. Um, but yeah, that's what we use for fire starters. Oh yeah, Willie, that's how we burn shit around here. Yeah, if you're gone for a minute, things change quick. Justin, when did they come out with Windows 98? I'm still on Windows 95, dude. Um, yeah, I don't recommend anything from Gerber. Like back in the day, they made good stuff, but nowadays, yeah, not so good. Like Gerber and SOG are two companies I stay far away from. I mean, I know some people say, "Oh, I had good luck with Gerber and stuff like that." I don't know. I haven't. Yeah, Windows 3.11 work for work groups. They work well. I started a couple of fires with them. I cut them in half. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the market that works well. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. I remember like back in the seventh grade, like starting Civil Air Patrol, we had to, sit through the course of, how to start a fire and all that. And it was like a classroom course to get us ready for the weekend training we were about to do. And yeah, man, I spent like a couple weeks just saving up dryer lint, because dryer lint can take a spark and it's great stuff. And you're going to throw it away anyhow. You might as well turn it into something useful. Um, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, man, and I'll tell everybody here that's here knows. Man, I used to carry. I owned a Gerber LMF and a BMF, and we're talking like mid '90s is when I owned those. And then on one of them, I had piggybacked a Gerber Gator. On the other one, I had a Gerber multi tool, the flick out multi tool, whatever the hell that thing's called. And man, I used those for years. They were good knives. I think I went through a couple of the Gerber Gators, just doing stupid stuff with it. I broke a couple, but my own fault. But yeah, now the quality's just gone down so far. And yeah, what I've seen with SOG recently, Dutch Bushcraft Knives did a thing on like the SOG jungle crap knife, whatever the hell they call it, and the thing was falling apart. Like it wasn't knifing like a knife. I mean, your average kitchen steak knife, or your average kitchen knife would have done 10 times better. Like just I don't know what they did. Like it was some type of fault with the heat treatment, or yeah, it just didn't make any sense. I used to take cotton balls and wax. I'd shove them into straws and seal the ends about 1 inch long. Yeah, yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, man, I've done that stuff like the big straws. Like that sugar stuff comes in. It's like like a kid's candy, but it's like just flavored sugar. But the straws are like like 3/4 inch diameter or something. Yeah, I used to buy those, dump the sugar out, and yeah, you melt the ends to make little waterproof compartments, or you could throw a bunch of needles in there that stay in. Steak and shake of perfect straws for it. Yeah. Um, yeah, and that's actually why I got into like the higher end steels. Is the edge retention is just insanely awesome. Like Magna Cut will hold an edge for a long time, and all you got to do is really hone it. S35 VN, the Spartan blades I had out earlier, I use those. Like yeah, it grossly reduces your sharpening. The edge retention on a lot of these steels is just I won't go back to anything else. And I know some people are like, oh, you're a knife snob, you're a steel snob. It's like, yeah, I'm biased, so what? Like, at least I'm honest about it. Like, yeah, you can call me a knife snob if you want, but I'm all done wasting money on trinkets and like stuff that just doesn't hold up. It fills the slot, but it doesn't. It's not going to sustain you. Come on, it's your turn. Still listening though. Yeah, Jeremy, do what you got to do, man. Spend your time with your kid for sure. I yeah, I'll never disagree with that. Yeah. Kershaw's got some. I haven't had my hands on one, but I am interested in some of the U.S. models. I'd like to find out just how U.S. they are first, though. But I wouldn't mind trying out a few of those. All right, honey. Good night. I'll see you in a little while. Well, I'll see you. You won't see me. You'll probably be sleeping, hopefully. But yeah, get some sleep. Maybe I'll throw a pot of coffee on or something. Yeah, Jeremy. I think there's some stuff out there. Yeah, it's we can call them gateway blades. They get you into the game, but yeah, you're gonna want to upgrade. There's a lot of gear like that nowadays. A lot of like subpar entry level gear that you are gonna want to replace in a relatively short time frame. If you mind, because I definitely took the recommendation for the rod. I'm looking for a great full tang I can go at least 2 weeks with rod and all. Um, yeah, if you're looking for a one and done blade, man, check out the Phobos Knives one BC, and you're gonna see this one a lot on this. This is my um primary knife for sure. And it's made right down in Tennessee. The owner of Phobos Knives is Eric Hansen. He's a 22-year veteran of the U.S. Army Special Forces. He was 18 Delta Special Forces medic, and as well as being an avid outdoorsman into like mountain biking and hunting and all that stuff throughout all his life. So, man, there is like over 4 decades of design from all aspects of knife use that go into Phobos knives. If I were to recommend one knife, it would be this one, the Phobos Tier One BC. Hey, he's a hell of a great guy. It's a disabled veteran-owned business. Eric Hansen is the designer, the owner, the operator. He has everything to do with everything. Um, and also, Phobos knives come with a transferable lifetime warranty. So if you use it for the next 10 or 15 years and pass it on to your son, it's gonna still be under the same Phobos knives warranty. He warranties the knife, not the owner. Knives are all about the steel. Okay, I'm ready. All right, Jeremy, really leaving this time, but yeah, that's where quality materials and quality craftsmanship comes in there. His knives are like cryo treated as well. Yeah, there's a whole lot, and they come in different options. You can get them in satin or PVD finish. Typically, they have like some type of G10 liners. These are red G10 liners, and either micarta, G10, or carbon fiber scales. I would get this one again in the with the carbon fiber scales. Yeah, this is the double black micarta scales. It's got the bow drill divot, so if you do end up in that crazy situation where you have to start a friction fire, you've got a major component that you don't have to build and make and maintain and all that. The Magna Cut steel is going to hold up for as many friction fires as you can start. The ferro rod notch, and like I said, is another huge plus in my book. Um, yeah, I can't say enough good things about Phobos knives. And I'm down with OCD when it comes to gear and stuff. My claim to fame in the skydiving industry was I was an FAA certificated master parachute rigger, so I geek out on details. I sweat the little things. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm trying to like transfer those skills into the YouTube outdoor community with quality products and quality control and things like that. So yeah, Jeremy, that's facts there too. Yeah, see you in the morning, hon. Um, yeah, and just to give you an idea, I haven't sharpened this knife. I haven't stropped this knife. I've been using it pretty solid now for 6 7 months, and yeah, it's still. Let me get a little fire starter. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but I might be running out of fire starters. I might have to make more just for burning on Friday nights. Um, yeah, but yeah, I've struck this ferro rod on this knife like man more than a few hundred times, like 5 6 700 times since like I would say February or so is when I started that project. And yeah, it's still sharp. It's not like finding the edge to get it to strike. um yeah, you can see how that kind of see how the arch is there. Yeah, I can start these pretty much one strike every single time, without fail. Yeah, it's yeah, they're the perfect match. I'm probably it's becoming like my all-time most beloved knife. I can't say that, man. The guys here, the regular, I love all my knives. They're all here for a very specific reason. Oddly, it's either like a one in a lifetime type knife that, you know, or it's something that was gifted to me. Like Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids, they got me a calcula, a Phobos Knives calcula for Christmas. This one right here with the satin finish. This is red G10 scales with the double black micarta scales with red G10 liners. But it's got the satin finish. These are in S35 VN steel. But they got me this one for Christmas. So, that like Phobos is my favorite knife company. The Calcula is a knife I'd been wanting for quite a while. So yeah, the missus and the kids pitched in and got me that for Christmas. But then, was it February? End of February. Eric Hansen sent me this one, which is a Calcula, but it's got the PVD finish, red G10 liners, but the carbon fiber scales. And this was actually Eric Hansen's EDC knife. He was carrying this and we were geeking out, whatever. He ended up sending me this knife to, yeah, so I have like some really sweet knives that are one of a kinds, or like if everybody's got their favorite knife maker, favorite whatever, imagine owning the EDC knife of your favorite knife maker, whoever that may be. Whether it's like Spartan blades or Medford knives, or in my case, Phobos knives. It's just cool to have. I can't really put a price tag on that one, but yeah, another one of my favorites. And then, the tier 1C, this package here is also another one-off. There's only about like 18 or so custom Phobos knives in the civilian market. Usually it's made for special forces guys and stuff like that. But Eric Hansen made me this one. This is the tier 1 mini gen 2, and this is CPM 154 CM steel. And then I think you saw the tier 1C as well. But yeah, I never thought I would have a custom made knife from a knife maker, but I actually got a custom made knife set from a knife maker. So very, very cool. Oh, where's my Alaris? It's kind of dirty here. Just a second, guys. And then, yeah, I got this Alaris. This is the Alaris knife, CPM 3V steel. It also has the bow drill divot in there. No ferro rod notch, though. This is kind of like the camp kitchen knife on steroids. You can do any, you baton your kindling, your small wood, whatever you got to do. It slices, it dices, it juliennes. But yeah, this was a Christmas gift from Eric Hansen. So yeah, I've got a few knives, but all of them are like really kind of special. Oh, which I would say as far as chopping goes, the tier 1C is probably the best chopper out of the Phobos knives. This one you could do some light chopping with it. Um, but not too. I mean, yeah, light chopping like any knife, but not major. But yeah, and they're all great knives. They're all high end, well made. He definitely pays attention to the fit and finish, all the details. I mean, everything about Phobos knives is freaking awesome. The grip, the comfort in the grip and everything, and all the contouring, and it's like it's enough to make it comfortable, but it's not overkill either. But yeah, if I had to pick the one and done, yeah, it would definitely be the tier 1 BC. This one right here in Magna Cut. Yeah, the edge retention is next level, out of this world, kind of cool. Yeah, I just take it all the way around. It's not a small knife, but it's not a big gawky knife either. So, but like I said, Phobos Knives isn't just like a guy with a knife passion. it's a guy with a knife passion with, 40, 50 years of experience, like, most of us, like, we started when, we were kids. Like, for me, my dad, my uncle, my grandfather, they all brought me out fishing. You learn how to use a knife, how to fish. Then you eventually go out hunting, you do some camping, you learn how to use a hatchet, learn how to use an axe, split and fire. You spend time outdoors learning how to set up tents and just doing everything outdoors, trial and error. So and yeah, so with Phobos Nice, you've got that, 40, 50 years of experience going into, every knife design that he makes. So um yeah, it's spelled Phobos, Phobos. It's yeah, that's how you spell it. And it stands for operators by operators. Um I think, yeah, there's somewheres around the 350 range. Three and a quarter, 350, something like that, depending on whether it's PVD or satin finish, whether you're getting, carbon fiber, G10 or Mercator scales. There's variables in the cost of the materials, which reflect the cost of the price. But it was, man, I want to say it was February or something. He dropped all his prices. Like, everybody else was jacking up prices, and yeah, he dropped his prices like 20%. He did some changes to the way he was running his business and was able to extend, discounting the customers, people buying his knives. So yeah, well, everybody else's prices were going through the roof high. He actually dropped his prices. But yeah, I'm losing everything tonight. What could possibly go wrong? But yeah, that's pretty much Phobos Knives in a nutshell. They're all yeah, just getting caught up. Make sure I got everybody in the comments. But yeah, he makes a great knife. Overall, I've been using Phobos knives now since like 2019, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoy them. Oh yeah, yeah, sure thing, Pedro. Yeah, man, I'm glad we can help people. That's what we're here for. We do like bashing on trolls from time to time. We can't deny that. But yeah, like, spreading some information, some knowledge, finding good gear. It's a pain in the ass. It really has, getting quality gear that's not, you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of like, I avoid all the Chinese imports and stuff as much as I can. A lot of that stuff isn't made very well. But yeah, in fact, that's why we call it Ozark Fail. It's not Ozark Trail. It's Ozark Fail because their stuff fails all the time, and I saw tons of it just falling apart all the time. A lot of skydive centers I worked at, people would come out for the weekend to do some skydiving, and they'd camp out for the weekend. And a lot of people would, oh, I'm just going to save some money and pick up my camping gear at Walmart. But I didn't see any of it really last more than a weekend or two. Winds picked up a little too much and seams were coming apart. Oh, trolls, the people that come in and just harass you. They try to make some, really wrong comments. Like, I believe in freedom of speech and everything, but yeah, some people they're yeah, trolls are the people that, live in the basement and just go around. They troll people. They cause trouble. They harass you. Um, yeah, I'm sure. If you hang out long enough, you'll definitely run into some trolls here on the internet. But yep. Yeah, in fact, we even came up with our own morale patches because the trolls were getting so bad, and then the mods were, had to kick them out of the chat and everything. So we came up with the troll hunting club with our own morale patches. The troll hunting club, the FAFO F around find out division, and then the coveted troll sniper tab. And yeah, we made, I think I've only got like 20 sets or so of these left. But yeah, we sell them for like $20 a set shipped. Like if anybody's interested, you can hit me up on Instagram or send me an email. It's bushcraftrebooted@gmail.com. It's all on the channel page. But yeah, you can check us out on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and we can make arrangements on there. We only had like 50 of these made up. So might have some more done. Maybe we'll do like another run in OD Black down the road or something. But yeah, so we're not a huge fan of trolls. Well, we are a huge fan of trolls now because we like booting them. We kind of we mess with their heads a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Um, yeah, let me. Well, I don't think I don't have the link here, but yeah, if you go on Instagram and just look up Bushcraft Rebooted, or like I said, send me an email and I'll send it to you through there. Um, yeah, I'm not sure I can get there through here. Yeah, yeah, ground fog. If you just go to the Instagram thing and then just copy it and then paste it in the chat, and then he can have that. But yeah, we were doing like 8 to 10 hour live chats for a while, and oh man, the trolls were coming out of the woodwork harassing us, and then yeah, we just like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, a bunch of guys hanging out, going, yeah, we should do this, and we did. Yeah, Chaos Theory has a set of the patches, and he's also got the fire starters as well. Yeah, didn't you put like one in your plate carrier, one in your bug out bag or something? Yeah, there you go, Pedro. Yeah, Ground Fog just dropped the link for my Instagram. So yeah, go there and you can sign up and direct message me. Um, yeah, yeah, Justin's got some as well. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're limited. I do think I'm gonna do another. When I get to doing another run of them, I'm gonna do like maybe OD and black or something. Maybe I'll do like some multicam colors or yeah. I actually that yeah I've had them for a bit longer. I don't think I really I'm not good at marketing my stuff usually. It's not my first priority. My first priority is just hanging out, bullshitting, having some fun. Uh, then we worry about the other stuff. I'm from New Hampshire, United States. Where are you from? Yeah, Justin. They're just man. Those things are expensive to like. I mean, they're not expensive when you're buying like one set, but when you're buying like 50 or 100 sets, man, it's pretty expensive. And then the shipping and everything was crazy. Yeah, ground fog. If you want, yeah, go ahead and drop your Discord link as well, because I made it on there like twice this week now. I'll get on there more often. Oh, you're from Iran? You might want to start running. There's some stuff going on there, my man. I wouldn't want to be there. So yeah, and yeah, we definitely got our live chat scheduled for Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Still sticking to Friday nights 8 p.m., Sunday mornings 8 a.m. I'm hoping my new chest rig will be in. I want to get that on here. That's gonna be the bomb diggity. Yeah, I'm geeking out on that. I got an LPOP set up waiting for the box guy. Like I'm practically stocking the. I'm like, where's the box guy? I'm expecting a box. I need this. I don't really need it, but I need it. You guys know what I mean. New gear, that's beer. Yeah, Pedro. I don't, man. I suppose I just want like a takedown recurve. I'm not. I'm more about like carrying like a key thing like a bow. I mean, I suppose you could make they do get made, but if I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna bring it with me. I'm not too much into the improvised. Yeah, because I mean the stuff that you have to. I guess I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll try something like that. I've seen a lot of that where they like make a bow out of PVC and all that, but I mean I think making the bows the part I understand. But making it like a quality arrow, like how would you do that? I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I mean, yeah, you find a straight stick, right? Yeah, I get it. But that's an awful lot of work. I would rather carry a few arrow. I mean, that's why I got into the slingshot thing. Because it's you can get small game. You can sustain one or two people off a damn slingshot. Because you can take a squirrel or a rabbit or a pheasant or a quail or you could even pop off some frogs. Get some chubby frogs with some thick legs, and you got frog legs. Um, but it just seems to me like more practical. I could throw a slingshot and a couple hundred shots in a bag, no problem. But man, I love archery, and I'll swear up and down about it. Like I love my compound bow, but it's just not practical to lug around with me. Yeah, yeah, the sling darts are good for small game, and yeah, that's the thing. Like one arrow took you 2 hours. Here's like 20 shots, thrown in a pouch in a bag, and I could carry a few of these and probably not even notice them. So if each one of these represents 2 hours, yeah, I've got like 50 hours worth of shots right here. So that's just I kind of get into the practicality of that. Like if you're trying to travel, what sense does it make? Like if you were trying to like do like a get home scenario where I had to travel home like 80 miles for whatever reason. Well, I'm not going to stop every single day and spend the hours and hours that it takes to build a lean-to and all this other stuff. I'm going to carry like a bivy bag and a small tarp. DFH, what's happening, man? Yeah, yeah, man. Everything is going well. Life is good. I mean, yeah, considering the circumstances of the world, life is grand. Yeah, I may want for a few things, but I need for nothing. And yeah, life is good, man. Can't complain at all. And yeah, no chance of me bouncing today, so that's always another plus. 50 kilogram. Yeah, never, man. Yeah, I'm not pulling a 50-kilo slingshot. Just don't see it. I don't see the need for it. Yeah, if I need something that powerful, I'm gonna get into a recurve or something. Like yeah, the right tool for the job. That's always important. Yeah, DA Fetcher, man. How is your life going? How's life been treating you, brother? So yeah, so that's just some of the stuff I get into. Like, I mean, I've traveled thousands of miles, and I didn't build a lean-to once because it's just so time consuming, and that, and you're gonna find legal problems. like a lot of places, public land, national forests, all that stuff. There's no building of temporary or permanent structures or anything like that. No artificial structures. So you're pretty much stuck using a tent tarp or a hammock. Some places won't even let you use hammocks because they don't want the damage done to the trees. Feeling old, but other than that, not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, yeah, DA Fetch. Yeah, man, I'm feeling a little old sometimes too. I hit the big 5-0 and it's like, oh, what's going on now? But yeah, I can't complain, man. All my aches and pains is just from being stupid, you know. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Miss Johnson, are you burning animals? What kind of question is that, Miss Johnson? Are you burning animals? What made you ask that? What's going through your head? You all right? You want to talk about it? Um, co- are you burning it? I would love to. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. Who says this kind of crap? What's wrong with you? Yeah, yeah. People burn animals every day. It's called like hamburgers and hot dogs and steaks and ribs, and it's quite the normal thing to do. The abnormal thing would be to randomly stop by somebody's live and ask that question. So that's the kind of stuff. You all right? Talk to a friend, get some help. Yeah, in the words of the legendary brand new American, our buddy BNA, on this channel we troll the trolls. You come in here asking stupid questions, we get stupid answers. And yeah, there is a such thing as a stupid question. It's a brought up, the whole there's no such thing as a stupid question was invented by a stupid person so that they wouldn't have to feel stupid anymore for asking stupid questions. Not every question is of quality, that's for sure. Oh, now we got Randy in here with the assist, like burning. Yeah, man, people burn animals all the time. It's okay, man. It's called food. What's weird is why do people want to eat the stuff that cows poop on? Like my food poops on your food, but yet people are still like, I would love to eat that. Like man did not scrape and claw his way to the top of the food chain, eat rabbit food. Like you gotta eat meat. Like it's just a thing. Like that animal protein will make you strong. Oh, chaos is first world problems. You all right? You all right, chaos? You want to talk about it, man? Zachary, this is a Phobos Knives. It's Phobos stands for four operators by operators. This is the model Tier One BC and Magna Cut. Fancy little bow drill divot, ferro rod notch. Got the Persian swedge in there for strength. The ergos on this are next level. You can choke up on it. You can. It's a great all around knife, my man. But yeah, Phobos Knives is made in the USA out of Tennessee, owned by Eric Hansen, a retired Green Beret. He was a 18 Delta Special Forces medic for 22 years. Oh yeah, Zachary, it's full tang. Um, yeah, it's definitely full tang. It comes out the back here. It's got this little attitude adjuster, coconut cracker, cranial density tester, whatever you want to call it, makeshift hammer. Yeah, it's yeah, it's well thought through. The screws on here are even T25, which is commonly found in modern weapon sights, things like that. Different scopes and attachments you would put on your pew pew, as well as common in mountain biking. Wingman for like off the pavement stuff. I'm totally down with the Leatherman Surge, and for on pavement, just like the Leatherman Wave Plus. For like a more urban thing. Yeah, yeah, Pedro. Yeah, man. Like I said, look me up on Instagram as well. You can DM me there. Yeah, definitely. Let me know how that trip goes. Best of luck to you. But yeah, uh, make good decisions, man. Good decisions is always better than luck. But if you need luck, use it. My broker and his check are not getting along, so he's just whining on the phone. I tried to get him off the phone for a while. Yeah, Wingman, I think you'll be happy if you go with Leatherman. I've never been disappointed by Leatherman, but I've been disappointed by almost everything else on the market. Everything else has failed me kind of prematurely. So I just stick with Leatherman now. Yeah, it's a buy once, cry once scenario. You're gonna pay a little bit, but I think you'll be happier in the long run. I think that yeah, me personally, I hate instant gratification. If it just happens, it happens. So what? Who cares? It's done. But if you worked hard for it, if you save for it, if you plan for it, and then you execute that plan and your plan becomes reality, that's so much better. Like man, I just bought a chest rig. I could have bought a chest rig for $50. Really, not lying. Man, 511 has that little geeky one, little ultralight Graham Weenie thing. What I don't know what it's going on with it, but like $50. Um, who else? Heliocon Tech. They have one like $75 to $90 depending on what color you get it. It's not bad. It's not bad. But the one that I really wanted was $189, and I had to save a little, I had to finagle a little, I had to make a few sacrifices, and man, I ordered it, and I haven't even gotten it in the mail yet, and I'm already happy with my decision because I didn't settle for less. I didn't settle for something inferior. I didn't quench the instant gratification thirst of, man, I could have got the $50 one weeks ago. Yeah, so it just makes more sense to, escape the overconsumerism and, the instant gratification purchases. Just save up and get something you really, really want. You'll be a lot happier in the long run. And, yeah, I went on a rant there. Oh, right on. Yeah, yeah, Pedro, man. Like all the guys here that come here, Chaos and Justin and Jeremy and Ground Fog and a whole list of others. I don't want to leave anybody out. All my slingy thingy friends, all the knife geek community guys, all the bushcrafters, campers, even the Graham Weenies, man. They're all pretty decent. Lots of good people show up here, and lots of knowledge being pulled together and shared with everybody. Yeah, but chaos at that point, it's no longer a chest rig. That's what we call a plate carrier. Oh, my OCD is powerful. Jerry, it depends on what kind of bands you put on it, but if you set it up right, it's powerful enough for small game. So yeah, you can get squirrels and rabbits and pheasant and quail and small fowl. Yeah, we you can even get frogs, man. Cook yourself up some frog legs. It's plenty powerful enough to do all that stuff humanely. So and it depends like a bow, you can change it by changing the bands on it. So you can put lightweight bands on there that aren't going to really hurt a fly. You could probably I've even known people to play paintball with slingshots. So but yeah, you can put some heavy duty bands, some long draw, and yeah, you can get up man like 225 250 fps with 9.5 millimeter ball, which is what these are. Probably one of the most common sizes, 9.5 mil. So yeah, it's plenty enough to be an effective tool in an outdoor situation. And all that aside, man, they're just fun. Like you get out, it's nice. You can plink away all day for a few dollars. You can get some cheap clay shot. I hate to say it, but you can get it at the Wally World. Just about all the WalMarts carry that, and yeah, man, you can go out plinking all weekend for 6-7 bucks. So yeah, that's we're gonna cook this one off. But yeah, so that's my little spiel on yeah, buy some, quality over quantity. And people will be like, yeah, but I can only afford a $50 knife. Well, how did you come up with that $50? Is that like a one shot thing, can you save $50 a week and just repeat that process until you've reached your goal? You'll be a lot happier. And don't buy anything on credit, man. Credit's is just gonna cost you more. Like it's worth saving to get what you want. Oh, you cooked up your mail with them? Got a little fire going down there, chaos. I don't know, man. This time of year, the only reason why I'd start a fire down in Florida is to get some smoke going and keep the mosquitoes at bay. But yeah, that's kind of yeah. I still got some other projects I want to do, but man, I've got to kind of finish getting some kit to get outdoors for this season, and then once I get that squared away, I'll start working on some of the other projects. But it gets expensive. It yeah, I got a lot of money tied up into the patches and the fire starters. So oh yeah, chaos. That's the way to go. Yeah, burn it all, man. Don't take the chance of somebody. Yeah, they'll get a just one of those pieces of paper. They'll end up with enough information to hijack your whole life. In fact, isn't that what just happened to Caleb? Yeah, he just went through some identity theft thing or something like that, I think. Or something happened. I thought it was something like that. I could be wrong. But yeah, never throw stuff like that away. Like shred it, burn it, like fully dispose of it. That's the only way to, yeah, that is the only way to be safe nowadays. They've even got like these little electronic pickup things. It happened to Mrs. Bushcraft like 2 years ago. They just get close enough to your phone and it downloads everything off your phone. They steal all the information off your phone and they have all your passwords and everything. Yeah, that's exactly how it happens, man. But yeah, I guess if they stand within a certain distance of your phone, they can download the information, poof, like some digital magic. And yeah, that happened to Miss Bushcraft, and they robbed us. They robbed her blind. Yeah, robbed us, robbed her. It was not pleasant. But yeah, how we doing on the time? Oh, we're over. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We're trying to keep these to 2 hours, and we're coming up on 3 hours. It's amazing how time flies. That's why I love doing these. They're a lot of fun. I should start doing them more often. But yeah, yeah, chaos. Don't forget. Yeah, give me a call when we're done here. Um, yeah, we'll talk about that stuff. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be geeking out on gear, having some coffee. Yeah, having a little social Q&A, whatever you want to call it. It's all fun. But yeah, thanks for everybody hanging out. I definitely appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, thanks for being patient as the channel grows. We're gonna make it happen. So yeah, Ground Fog, thanks for being here. Thanks to all the moderators for keeping the trolls at bay. We appreciate that for sure. That definitely should be addressed more often. But yeah, thanks for keeping the chat reasonable. Except for me, I'm the only unreasonable dickhead here. But it's the unwanted dickheads we don't want. So yeah, Justin, thanks for hanging out, my man. Yeah, I wonder if Jeremy's still around. But yeah, guys, we'll see you Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody have an awesome weekend, and we'll talk to you all soon. Good night, all.